Greetings, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. A few times in the past, I have mentioned that my Instagram reels have been completely and utterly screwed up. They are an absolute mess, and I have no idea how or why, but I get the most absurd reels recommended to me. I will click on like a vegan recipe and then I'll scroll one and I'll get a carnivore reel and I'm like, what? And then I'll scroll one more and I get like a worship reel and I'm just there like so confused. I'll click on a tattoo reel that I like and then I'll scroll one and I get like Christian golf gear advertised to me. And I have no idea how this happened or why this happened. The Instagram algorithm is absurd. I don't know why I get tradwife content or Christian TikToks or carnivore TikToks or radical unschooling TikToks, reels, whatever. But they make up about 50% of what I see when I click on a reel. Like, it's like a 50-50 chance. I'm either going to get something that I enjoy or something that is completely the opposite of what I would ever expect to see. And because of that, I've started screen recording reels that I come across. So I thought today we would have a look at some of the absolute absurd reels, or like maybe not even that absurd, just absurd for me to see reels that I've had on Instagram these past few weeks. Is this something that happens to a lot of you as well? Are you also getting reels that are like so not at all what you want to see, that like have not been interacted with by anyone that you follow? On the topic of the internet being a weird place that does weird things, I would like to let you know about today's sponsor, Aura. When you are on the internet, your information is so easily accessible. We offer up our information left, right, and center. We click allow cookies. We don't look at what we're doing when we're agreeing to terms and conditions because that takes way too much time. Who is reading that? Definitely not me. However, that means that there are a lot of people who are selling your information and profiting off of it. There are data brokers who are making bank off of your information, and it leads to people having access to all of your personal information. It means that you will get a lot of spam calls and emails and people trying to take your money. Your passwords are insecure. Like, you are just not as safe online as you think you are. And that is where Aura comes in and is your absolute best friend. Aura offers you a way to opt out of having your data being sold. So what you can do is you go on Aura and it will scan where your information is being sold and it will automatically opt you out of selling your information on those sites. And it is incredibly easy to do and so incredibly worth it for just some peace of mind and knowing that you are so much safer online and all of your information is safely where it should be with you and only you. I value my privacy and I value yours, and that is why I cannot recommend Aura enough. And if you would like to try Aura out for yourself, then you can use my link aura.com/kiwi and you will get your first 2 weeks completely free. Go to aura.com/kiwi or use the link in the description for your 2-week free trial. I promise you won't regret it. Keep yourself safe online. Thank you, Aura, for sponsoring today's video. Let's get into the absolute mess that is my Instagram feed. So before I like mentioned that I'll click on like a vegan recipe and then get like an ad for Christian golf gear, right? I was not kidding. It's not even an ad. This isn't a paid advertisement. This is just a reel from a company called T's Crossed Golf, and it's just built for Christian golfers by Christian golfers. And this is the TikTok. To the Christian golfer who struggles with gratitude in tough rounds, try memorizing these Bible verses. And then it lists Bible verses: James 4:14, Ephesians 4:26, Philippians 4:7, and John 14:27. And it's a man golfing. And I, like, there's nothing inherently wrong with this TikTok. Like, it's not like it's harmful or anything. It's just the fact that I got it. That's odd to me. Like, I find in general the concept of Christian golf gear doesn't make very much sense to me. Is golf gear not typically Christian enough? Is it? I didn't realize that was something that needed to be made Christian. I mean, where there's a market, take advantage of it. Sure, go for it. But it's odd to me. But I understand that I'm not the target audience. But in that case, why is it on my reels? How did I end up here? Why is this here? That's what I want to know. That's all I want to know. Why is it here? Another one I got a Christian praise workout. Easy to follow. For my part in this I seek nothing but the blood of Jesus. For my cleansing this my plea, nothing but the blood of Jesus. Oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow. No other fount I know, nothing but the blood of Jesus. And again, I guess there's not anything inherently wrong with it, except the lyric, like maybe out of context, maybe I don't know the context, but oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow is an odd lyric. I don't know what that's referring to. Maybe something to do with purity and not something to do with being white, I have to hope. Although purity is also an odd goal to have in its own thing. They're two very separate problematic things. And so this is just, this song about praising, needing nothing but the blood of Jesus. And she's doing like a dance routine, and she has a YouTube channel where she does just like Christian fitness, which... sure, whatever's gonna help you get your fitness and inspire you and motivate you to do your fitness. But again, why? Why did it come immediately after one of my like vegan recipes? How are these related? Why is this on my timeline? I've never once liked one of these or shared one of these. I never watched them through to the end until I decided to start screen recording them. So like, what is putting them here? Like, I just need to know how they end up here. And the best part about this one is immediately after this reel, the next one down is POV, you write rap based off of Book of Mormon scripture as part of your mission.
Mormon has in store. The iron rod is holding me steady. Keep on pushing on. Book of Mormon steady. I'm steady in the Book of Mormon every day and night. So when temptation comes a knocking, I know I will be alright, yeah.
Beautiful. God dear. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed. Why do I have Mormon raps on my feed? I don't know, but you know what? It's entertaining. It's entertaining as hell. I am having a jolly good laugh at this Book of Mormon rap. No one I know has interacted with it. The comments are off too, so it's not like people I follow are even commenting on it. Instagram just wanted to show me the Book of Mormon rap. It felt that it was really important for me to see. And so now I'm sharing it with all of you. Here's another interesting one.
Just like Jesus washed the feet of his apostles on Holy Thursday, we incorporate this little tradition in our family as well. My husband leads it by washing our feet, drying them, kissing them, saying a prayer for each of us, and then we do the same for him. I invite you to do this simple tradition at home too.
So, this is just a family sitting in the lounge, and the father, the husband, is going around and washing his kids' feet, drying them, and then kissing their feet. And then it switches and they wash and kiss his feet. And I mean, whatever makes you happy, sure, go for it. Wash your feet. Kiss your feet. I don't understand the purpose of it. Personally, it's odd to me. But I mean, again, it's not doing any harm. You do you. If it's making you happy, go for it. Wash your family's feet and kiss them better. But I don't want to see it. Like, I have no interest in seeing people wash and kiss feet in any capacity. Like, I just don't need to see that. I don't need it in my life, you know? Feet are weird, you know? Like, I'm just not a fan of feet in general. Please, Instagram, stop showing me Jesus' feet washing for whatever reason. Just like keep it to yourself.
What I eat in a day on a high-fat diet. I made myself 1 cup of decaffeinated coffee and I put 1 yolk in it, and then I added a couple of tablespoons of my new favorite treat. This is whipped chocolate beef fat and it's delicious. And then
no, absolutely no. I'm like gonna cry. Why would you ruin a cup of coffee like that? Firstly, why in the ever-living hell are you putting an egg yolk in your coffee? What is wrong with you? And then you're putting, whipped chocolate beef fat powder. What is that? Absolutely not even gonna Google that. But like, firstly, who made that? Who made the decision that is something that should exist? That is horrifying. That is just, no, absolutely not. Why are you putting it in your coffee with an egg yolk? I'm speechless. Truly speechless. But that's not all. This keeps going. Okay.
for breakfast, I made myself 4 egg yolks. I used the tops from some canning jars to keep them round so I could use them for my breakfast sandwiches. I went ahead and popped the egg yolks so they would fill in the circles, and then I made myself a little breakfast sandwich with the egg yolks and a piece of sausage.
It's disgusting. I'm in pain. I'm like in pain watching this. There are tears in my eyes.
Later on in the day, I had 1 beef liver. You actually kind of get used to it. It's pretty good with some salt and pepper.
No, don't lie. Don't lie. Don't be like, it's pretty good when you get used to it. It's good with salt. Don't lie. I can't even look. I literally can't even look at my phone when that's on the screen. I can't do it.
Then I made myself a cup of hot water and added 6 tablespoons of the chocolate whipped beef fat, and it was almost like having a hot chocolate.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Do not lie to me. 6 tablespoons of chocolate beef fat in water is not like a hot chocolate. Do not lie to me. Again, this, I find these so hard to watch. This came up like a few down from a fucking vegan recipe that I clicked on. And I don't want to see carnivore shit on my reels. And I see them all the time. Carnivore diets, I would make a video about them because I have a lot to say. However, I cannot, I can't watch them. I can't look at meat. I can't do it. It makes me both feel very ill and very upset. So I would like to make a video about it, but I cannot bring myself to do it. This is as close as I can get to it. And I feel violently ill watching this fucking TikTok. Why are you doing that to yourself? The cholesterol in this diet. Firstly, no carbs. I don't get the high fat, high protein diet with no carbs. I just do not understand it. Your body must feel shit. I cannot imagine how gross I would feel on this diet. There's so much cholesterol. I can't. I can't do it. It makes me so uncomfortable. And so, my insides hurt just watching it. Why? And people are like, you see the carnivores being like, well, the caveman diet. So, cavemen used to do it, so it must be good. I'm like, firstly, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. Meat was a luxury. We are not designed to eat that much meat. We are omnivores. We are not designed to eat that much meat. That we have never had high meat diets ever in history. Meat has only become a daily occurrence in the last century. It's not a thing we are built for. It's just not. High levels of red meat is so bad for you. It's so bad for you. And they like to be like, well, there's a vegan diet, and you're not meant to just eat plants, so you can do a vegan diet. The carnivore diet is the same. I'm like, no. Scientifically, that's just not true. Plant-based diets are proven to be better for you. They're 0 cholesterol. They have a very wide variety of what you can eat. You can eat so much. There's so much made out of plants and grains. A plant-based diet is vast and it has literally everything you need. Whereas a carnivorous diet does not. It just doesn't. We were herbivores before we were omnivores. We can easily live off of just plants and be very healthy. In fact, it is better for you. The vegan diet, when done, well or whatever, is better for you than even an omnivorous diet. This is not new information. You cannot sit here and tell me that the carnivore diet is good for you. It's literally not. This is men in the gym. Because of course it is. And it says, we're stuck in the only generation where you can lose a girl by being too nice. And it's just this guy in the gym. No. Nope. That's just not true. If you are making this content, if you are someone who is being like, women don't like me because I'm too nice, you're not. Like, if that is what's happening, then nice is your only personality trait. Like, nice is bare minimum. You have to actually bring more to the table than just like, I'll treat you like a person. If that's the only thing you do is treat me like a fucking person, then yeah, you are gonna lose me. Because like, you just should do that. That is something that is expected of you. This is just one that says, when you're stressing over finals and then you realize you don't need good grades to get into heaven. And this one, I just want to say, you know what? Fair enough. I respect that mindset. That's the same as C's get degrees. Like, real. True. C's get degrees. You don't need good grades to get into heaven? Sure. Why? That is fair enough. Fair enough. Who needs to fucking study when you're gonna go to heaven when you die regardless? I'll give it to you. I, again, don't know why it's on my feed, but like, I respect it. And I got a good giggle out of this one. So this one just got me because I was like, Instagram, what are you fucking trying to tell me? And just 2 in a row. I got a, dear pregnancy, please visit my bestie and give her twins. She's ready. And then directly under it was, these initials will be pregnant soon. And I didn't stick around to see what the initials were. I was slightly unsettled by having 2 pregnancy reels in a row. And I find that hilarious because I am not actively like sleeping with any men. So I don't know why I was here like, Instagram trying to tell me something? Obviously fucking not. It's like that thing of like, you won't have had like any sexual relation with like a man or like anyone for like months. It could have been like 4 years. Could have been however long. And then your period is late and you're like, oh my God, am I pregnant somehow? It's like, no, you're fucking not. Doesn't stop the thought from being there. And my first thought seeing these 2 in a row was like, does Instagram know something? Like, no. Obviously, idiot.
There is something just so magical about opening up a fresh stick of butter, eating it outside in the sunshine with the birds chirping. I mean, what could be better than that?
Literally everything. Like anything else could be better than that. I'm sorry. You did not just sit down in your garden and open a stick of butter and bite into it. You are not just sitting there eating a block of butter. I like I don't like butter the best of times. I'm not a butter fan, except, okay, that's a lie. I don't like butter. I don't like it on my bread. I don't like it on my toast. I don't like butter, except for when you're baking and that first step of when you mix butter and sugar, that, I fuck with that. That's so good. But any other instance, butter is horrible. And I cannot imagine anything worse than sitting down and biting into a block of butter. The texture. No. The way the grease would coat your mouth, the way that... Bleh. I understand that maybe that texture some people like. It's a very specific texture. Very much not for me. And no. Just absolutely not. And eating the whole thing or like just bites out. I'm all about eating what makes you happy. But no, sometimes we go too far. And that, going for a stick of butter, that's too far. This, I fucking hate. No! Read it out loud. This is just a man sitting in the dark. And it says, learning how to deliver babies so that nobody touches her. I'm fucking crying. Why? No, stop. Stop it. I cannot express how much I hate. I hate this. Listen, I know that you're not being serious, but I also feel like you kind of are. But leave that possessiveness at the door. Throw it away. No one wants it. And if someone does want it, they need therapy. I don't understand how this is something that can be said and people read it as being like sexy and desirable, because to me, it is the reddest of red flags ever. We talked about this in my book talk video, and I just don't understand. And I would like it far away from me. Please, not on my Instagram reels. I don't need to be feeling uncomfortable on Instagram. Thank you. This is a product that's just called V-Card. And it says, POV, your priest gave you this. And it's the diary of a submissive. And it's like a silver card that says V-Card on the front. And on the back, it's official documentation. This card proves without a doubt that the holder is a certified virgin, not to be distributed to minors. And it's so funny. Like, I went to their account and I feel like it works in two ways. And it's quite clever. It's both like you can get this as an actual genuine like purity thing if you wanted to, but also as like a joke. It's like a joke present that you get for a friend or something like that, either to like make fun of them for being a virgin, which I'm not saying is a good thing to do, but I know people do it. That sort of thing. Like, it can be used for both. And based on what this account looked like, it did not take itself seriously. So it's kind of funny. And in general, the idea of having an actual V-Card is fucking hilarious. Like, that is so funny. There is something for everything. Everything exists. There is like, you think of it and it's out there, including a V-Card that I'm getting on my Instagram reels. Again, not a paid for ad. This was just a reel that showed up for whatever fucking reason. Again, gave me a good giggle though. So, you know, maybe I shouldn't complain that much because they do make me laugh. Here we have another carnivore reel, and it's one I can watch. But I feel ill, but I can watch it. And so now you're going to watch it with me too. You're welcome. Going carnivore doesn't mean you can go without sweets. Making burnt butter bombs. And basically she just melts butter on a stove until it like burns and then pours it into ice cube molds and freezes it. And then she gives one to her small child and then she eats one. And I hate it. Like with a burning passion. What is it with butter? What is it with butter? Why are we eating butter? I do not understand why we're eating butter. Like, at all. Do not get it. It tastes so bad. The texture is way too greasy. It's just oil. Also, in what fucking world is butter sweet? Like, as far as I'm aware, butter is not, it's like quite a neutral thing. It's oil. It's literally just like solid oil with dairy in it. And you're putting that in ice cubes and then feeding them to a small child? No, that's not, what is it with butter? Last I heard, butter is like not good for you. Like, you can obviously eat butter in small amounts or whatever, but like eating a block of butter, sucking on butter ice cubes and giving that to your child, like that doesn't feel like it's something you should be doing regularly. It just doesn't feel good. And maybe that's just because I'm a butter auntie. Maybe that's my vegan heart singing at being like, don't fucking eat that. But don't fucking eat that. Don't give just butter popsicles to your small child. Please don't raise your kid a carnivore either. Like, you are just setting them up. You're setting them up for heart failure at a young age. Don't fucking do that. Don't be a carnivore. For the love of God, do not do it. Just get it off Instagram. Take it as far away from me as you can. 90% of the reels I actively click on are vegan recipes. I don't usually click on reels that often. It's usually just vegan recipes. And so most of the time when these come up, it's on the backbone of that. And that makes it so much worse. Like, I'm not that's not what I'm here for. It's actually the complete opposite of what I'm here for, and I would like it to go away. I fucking was like, I was straight up like, I feel like I saved more reels than this, but I can't find them. Maybe I'll open Instagram and there'll be one when I go there. And so I click on Instagram and I click on reels, and the first one I get, like the first thing, I haven't clicked off of anything, I haven't interacted with anything, just the first reel I get when I open Instagram is this one.
Christian joke of the day. What's the difference between Jesus and pizza? Jesus can't be topped.
I mean, maybe he just hasn't found the right top. Was Jesus a bottom? That's the real question of the day. Why, what are my reels? Oh my God, straight away, straight after this one.
Here's how much it costs to have an attractive girlfriend. Weekly dates, $200 or $800 a month or $10,000 a year. Quarterly vacations, $2,000 or $8,000 a year. Holiday and birthday gifts, $5,000 a year. Miscellaneous, nails, shopping, whatever it may be, about $3,000 a year. All in total, about $26,000 a year. So if you're making $50,000 a year after taxes, you probably couldn't even afford to keep an attractive woman within your life. At least without her being miserable. In fact, she may even cheat on you with a baller. And if you're curious, we can actually put that to the test. Just go to limitless-attraction.com to get a loyalty test from me, and I'll DM your girl on Instagram to see if she'll go out with a guy like me. And we'll both see if she's really loyal.
This is fucking absurd. Oh my God, I forgot about this guy. I made a video about him like a couple years ago, and glad he's still going strong. Maybe I'll do an update on him. But regardless, what? No. What do you mean this is how much it takes to have an attractive girlfriend? $26,000 a year. I don't need $200 a week spent on dates. No one needs $200 a week on dates. No one needs their boyfriend to pay for like their nails and take them on $2,000 quarterly vacations. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What is your idea of attractive? Is like, this feels like it's a personality based thing, and the personality you're basing it off of is someone who only wants you for money. Like, you are making that decision in itself to only date women who are looking for like a sugar daddy, effectively. Like, that is you actively seeking that out, because that is not a majority. Like, a majority of people do not require that and are not asking for that. You're just speaking completely out of your ass. And people are paying you for this, for this advice. You're just being like, you need to spend half your salary to keep a girl happy. No, you fucking don't. What are you on? And why? Why is this the second thing I see when I open Instagram? Why? I don't know how to fix this. I just don't. I do not know how to fix this and make my Instagram reels not be like this, because it's been months now of this is just what they are. What's next? Do we think it's going to be a good one, or do we think we're going to have I'm going to preemptively screen record. Let's see what it is.
Curious.
Why would I eat candy bars and cupcakes when I could eat butter sticks and meat muffins every single day, yet still feel amazing?
I can't believe that the next reel was about eating butter. I'm gonna lose my mind. When did this become a thing? Why are you eating butter sticks? What's happening? This is the end of the world. I think if people are just eating butter sticks and, did she say meat muffins? Something has gone wrong. There is something has gone very wrong somewhere, because what do you mean you don't need chocolate and candy or like cookies or whatever because you've got butter sticks and meat muffins and you'll feel better inside? Nope. You want like a sweet thing that's better for you. You want like a chocolate brownie or whatever that's better for you. Go for the old fashioned, the only vegan brownies I was able to buy when I first went vegan back in 2017, which is just dates and cocoa blended together. And they taste fine. They're at least sweet and chocolatey. Not my favorite. I don't eat them anymore now that I have other options. But like, that makes sense if you want something that makes your insides feel better than a fucking meat muffin, which is not a sweet, might I add. That's just meat with an egg yolk. That's not a sweet. Wait, that is not a substitute for a fucking muffin. What is going on? But they're doing no sugar, which is just miserable. That's a miserable life. I would rather die early and eat sugar than live a long life eating nothing but butter and meat muffins. You know, like life isn't worth living if I'm only eating butter and meat muffins. I will die 20 years earlier if I have to. But here's the funny part is that you're the one who is going to die 20 years earlier for only eating butter and meat muffins, because that's not good for you. I want to keep going until I reach a TikTok that doesn't make me feel violently ill. Do you think our next one will be safe? Icks I get from females. Posting on your story while I'm still undelivered. Always saying, go talk to that other girl. The I'm sorry I was asleep excuse. Start to lose feelings if I show too much interest. Saying that it's not my fault and that I deserve better. Posting on your story while you're still undelivered, like, get over it. Sometimes I'm busy and I don't feel like talking to someone. Like, you know, that's the thing is like, there's a difference between posting on your story and replying to someone, especially if I'm out with my friends. If I see something that is cool. And I want to post about it. I'm going to post on my story. That's so different to having a conversation. Those are two incredibly different things. So get over it. And like, I'm sorry I was asleep excuse. What if she's fucking asleep? Why can't that be an excuse? If you won't accept a real reason too, like if it is an excuse and she's not actually sleeping, and she just feels like she has to say, sorry, I'm asleep because you won't accept another answer, that's on you, bro. That is on you. Like, no one owes you a reply immediately. Sometimes I just don't feel like talking. Sometimes I don't have the capacity to hold a conversation right now. Sometimes I'm just like with my friends and I'm existing. And if you feel the need that like you need to have me reply to you instantly all the time and talking to you constantly, that's too much. That is too much. You should be individual people within a relationship. You shouldn't expect someone to reply to you constantly all the time. Like, you can have like a normal conversation and relationship where you don't have to talk every second of every day. That is healthy, right? Chill out. I'm gonna scroll one more because I'm running out of time. Surely we'll get a normal one and I can leave. This is your reminder. What? I just wasn't expecting that. This is your reminder. Jesus is risen and he is always with you. And she's sitting in her car and the camera pans and then next to her is just like this fucking giant fake Jesus, but it's like a balloon head with like a beanie on it that looks like brown long hair, and I'm fucking losing my mind. What is happening? This is a banger to go out with. I'm gonna end the video here because I think that's a really good place to end it. Thank you, Instagram, for keeping me entertained. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is what my feed looks like. But you know, here we are. It's giving me good content for videos. So I'm sure I'm not going to run out anytime soon. Maybe I'll do another one. If you enjoyed this, let me know. Please tell me the state of your Instagram reels. Are they also an absolute fucking nightmare? Because I need to know if I'm alone in this or if we're all in this together. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I am here every few days and I would love to see you again soon. A massive, massive thank you to my Sprout and Above patrons whose names are up on the screen right now. I appreciate you greatly. And a huge, huge thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons. Bobby, Josh, Mandy, Ikazel, Jessica, Eldo, Danielle, Elias, Chris, Samuel, Radsack, Mr. Noodle, Jonathan, and Bonbon. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for joining. If anyone else would like to become a patron, go to patreon.com/savvycat or click the top link in the description. For as little as £1 a month, you get a bunch of videos relatively early for the time being. And then for £3 and up, you get things such as outtakes, bonus mini podcasts, live streams, vlogs, and more. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, The Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, That Queer Kiwi. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.
When you close your eyes.